What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don, and we are back with another video. Today, I wanted to talk about the whole James Harden situation. I noticed he had posted a post, I believe, on Instagram, and it appeared to be a Blue Lives Matter mask that he was wearing, and the caption said "Mask Up." And to be honest with you, I don't even think that he knew what the mask was for, because the mask, in a lot of ways, it also resembles a Marvel character known as the Punisher as well. And in general, the mask does look cool. So I don't know if James Harden knew what the mask actually stood for. But besides that point, I want to say something like, why can't you be allowed to think for yourself though? If you don't think for yourself, people will always control you, and that's true no matter what you do. People are always going to control how you move, what you say, if you don't think for yourself. So I don't think it's right that people can come out here and just tell him that, oh, we should no longer support James Harden. I'm going to support James Harden no matter what. He's a good basketball player. He brings a lot to the game. He does a lot for the fans. He does a lot for the city of Houston. You know, like, why does that matter? I just don't think it's right. I don't think that that's fair, and I think you're being a hypocrite because you're allowed to have your own opinion. You shouldn't have to listen to what other people tell you all the time, because what's going to end up happening is you'll put yourself into situations where now you have to conform and follow what everybody else is doing. And if that's looting, or if that's violence, that might not even represent who you are. So I don't think it's fair that you have to be judged that way. And you know what? He might have friends and family who are law enforcement. What are you supposed to say to those people? Are you supposed to cut those people out of your life? No. So I don't think that this is the right move to do. Like, if you really want to be with Black Lives Matter, I understand that. But there are different sides of it as well that you got to understand. There's a lot of people who might have never experienced police brutality like that, So from their perspective, they don't know what that's like. And if they don't know what's like, they're obviously going to support a Blue Lives Matter or whatever the alternate version of what the protest is, you know? And sometimes you have to learn to try and educate people of what's happening to you so that you can make that person understand from, hey, listen, from my perspective, this is happening. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't have to be where you got to pick a side all the time. And now you got a whole bunch of people like Trey Songz who are talking in people's ear like they's the most important people on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That's toxic right there. That's toxic. And it highlights how people have this sheep mentality of having to follow whatever the norm is, otherwise you're not cool. Like, you're not woke if you don't follow what everybody else is doing. Because I don't see why you can't support Black and Blue Lives Matter at the same time. You know what I mean? Without, so you don't have to love the cops, because you can understand that there's an issue, that there are cops that are killing black people, but black people are killing black people too. And that's a fact. So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to say, "Oh yeah, I know my brother killed my brother, but hey, look at that cop over there." No, it doesn't work like that. If it was one-sided, then yeah. And there are a lot of cops that are doing bad things to people all over the neighborhoods, and we should get rid of them. But you can't really say that if you are somebody that supports cops in some type of way, like, you should have your own opinion. You should have your own opinion. You shouldn't be allowed to, you shouldn't have to be conformed to the norm. And it doesn't have to always be a race thing. That's the one thing that will never unite people. Everybody always wants to make this me versus you, us versus them type of mentality. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, because 1 year from now, when we look back at these riots and we realize nothing has changed, what are you gonna say then? Because if these riots were supposed to bring so much change, why is nothing changing and the neighborhood is still staying the same? Why? Well, I spoke about that in previous videos as well, where we gotta elect people who look like us that actually support the things that we do. But the way we're gonna have to do that is by coming together in the our own community, But we always seem to tear somebody down who doesn't think the same as everybody else, and that's a losing mentality. That's a losing mentality, because you know what? If you can't be an individualist and think for yourself, new ideas might never come up to the table, and that's why the table that we're on right now is so old, because nobody wants to think for themselves. Everybody has to do what everybody else is doing. And that's what social media now is. It's becoming a race to do what everybody else does, or but you just try to do it better than the last person. But that's just my take on it, man. That's what I gotta say about it. I can't see why you can't think for yourself, and I know he didn't mean it. I don't think he meant it, but it highlighted how you're not even allowed to think for yourself anymore. You gotta do what everybody else does, otherwise you're a clown or you're whatever. You're this or that. Remember, all these celebrities that are coming out and saying, "Oh man, James Harden, look at James Harden, he a fool, whatever." They don't care about you. They don't give a damn about you. They don't care about what you do or what you support, as long as you buy their music and stuff like that. Oh man, you gotta think for yourself. If you can't think for yourself, then you're lost and you become a follower. Never be a follower. But that's all I gotta say about it. Let your boy Don know what you think in the comments section. Thank you so much for the support on the Masvidal videos and the Russell Westbrook videos. I really appreciate it. And I try to bring the best content, opinionated content. I'm not just trying to be one sided. But it's your boy Don, and I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace. I'm out.